We're not only giving students from marginalized communities or underserved communities education, right? We are changing their income status in one generation. Talent is universal, opportunity is not. And with the right mentoring and the right opportunity, everybody automatically at some point starts believing that this is possible and they belong. Last year, we did more than 70,000. This year, we've set a target of 1 lakh people across India.
Over 5 powerful, empathetic, and invigorating years, Sabha scaled IDIA's reach with her leadership deeply rooted in honoring the foundational vision that started it all.
The one person who's had an impact on me has definitely been Shamnath. I did not have the opportunity, sadly, to meet him, even though I used to hear his name. But the fact that somebody had a vision and a thought that we need diversity in law schools, we need diversity in the legal landscape, we need to give more children education, right? Just the fact that you can give a person a fish, you'll feed him for a day. But if you teach him how to fish, then you've taken care of him for his entire lifetime. We have to keep pushing because otherwise we're not doing justice to the work or to the vision that Shamnath had.
Her drive comes from a life lived outside the traditional boxes society constructs.
Because of my own personal journey of not fitting into any box, because I come from a mixed religious background, I don't speak my mother tongue or any other languages perfectly, especially in a country like India, which is so diverse and people tend to flock together based on economics or social status or geography. I never fit in anywhere. So diversity and inclusion has always been big on my mind.
When Sabha looked at the landscape of Indian education, she didn't just see a lack of funding. She saw a system explicitly designed to favor the privileged.
Many people think inequity or inequality in education is actually a lack of finances. Again, some part of that is true, but the larger part is that if you step back and look at our education system, not only in our country, everywhere, the system itself is flawed. It is not designed for people with disabilities. It is not designed for people with a learning disability. Accessibility is a problem for people with disabilities, and anyone with a learning disability is just considered weak or not smart enough, right? We're all gauged on a particular system that was designed keeping in mind a particular child or student in mind. There are children who have access to technology, studying in English language, good educations, and then there are children who don't have access to technology. Many of the children we meet don't have access to electricity.
For the common citizen, facing this system without knowing your rights means losing before you even begin.
I realized that law is such a big game changer. Not knowing the law, right? Especially for you and me, like a common man, or if we don't have anybody in our family who knows the law, then we don't realize our own rights or what we are actually supposed to get. Okay. And because of that, we get cheated, or we sign agreements or documents without understanding. And that's when I again, realized our mission is so important that firstly, everybody needs to know the law. And that's why all the more the passion for the work has increased, because I really feel like if you know the law, then your life is much easier.
Shattering the status quo requires far more than just writing checks. It requires an aggressive, end-to-end blueprint that tracks down talent when no one else is looking.
The name itself is increasing diversity by increasing access to legal education. So our work first starts with just the outreach, going across India, small towns, villages, tier 2, tier 3 cities, and talking to people about law. And obviously the finances becomes a big barrier. So we tell them we can support them. But our work does not stop there again. Then once we identify the students, children who have talent but don't have the opportunity, then we train them. And training again is a big part of what we do, because so many students coming out of vernacular schools, right? Not speaking English. The CLAT is conducted in English. But what we do is we mentor them, we train them, we give them the social skilling training, any other training as well. We have a buddy system in place. We help them with their internship and travel. And we also look after them holistically.
And the execution speaks for itself. Over the last 5 years, the scale of this mission has broken all past records.
In the last 5 years, like I was saying, we've sent 15 to 20 plus children per year. So that roughly is like, 120 children versus the, 130 we sent in the 10 years before that. So that we've automatically doubled the numbers, which again makes me understand that not only are we sending more students to law school, that means there are more donors and funders out there who believe in our cause, in our mission. and are supporting us because we're able to send so many more children and also increase our outreach, right?
This relentless push isn't just strategy, it is personal. Saba's deepest resolve is forged from her own reality as a single mother navigating a cold legal landscape.
I think I don't talk about it too much, but as I said, I'm a product of a single parent who did not have access to education. I talk about that. But I'm also a single parent who has had a whole lot of issues legally, just in terms of getting a passport for my child, right? And those things really, really motivate me more to say that everybody needs to know the law. And the legal landscape needs to represent the diversity of the country, needs to also represent the diversity that India is. I've had good lawyers represent me, yet not had that lived experience, and so not been able to represent me properly. And those moments, as frustrating as it has been for me and challenging as it has been for me, has been something that has given me the resolve that we have to get more people into law schools coming from different backgrounds so that the legal landscape gets more empathetic.
It is a battle for a child's future that keeps her awake long after the office lights go out.
I think my particular challenge sometimes remains with the fact that our children crack law school and sometimes their reservation certificate may not be in order. And for me, that gives me sleepless night because I think about the fact that if we are not able to get the certificate in time, or we are not able to work with the local authorities to get the certificate, child's hard work is going to go to waste.
True.
And if they have to resit for the exam, that we can do. But are they going to crack it again? Our managing trustee Shishir always says this to me, or he says it to the whole team. CLAT depends on which side of the bed you woke up in the morning. And if the certificate, we are not able to get the certificate, then what? Is the child going to do the exam again and lose that 1 year or lose another year? So that always makes me really, really uneasy because I want every child to definitely grab the opportunity that is there.
The target for the future is massive, expanding the reach from thousands to an absolute nationwide movement, ensuring institutions reshape their very architecture.
I think in the last 5 years after I've come in, we've increased numbers drastically, whether it's with our Law for All program. I think when I first came in, we would reach 6,000 or 8,000 students across. 3 years back, we pushed that over 40,000. Last year, we did more than 70,000. The wish I have is that we increase that. This year, we've set a target of 1 lakh people across India.
Scaling opportunity begins with building accessibility into the foundation.
So the first step is that the accessibility lab at NUJS was already set up when I came in, and it continues to be the first step where we try and get more law schools who set up accessibility labs. So we started the conversation at Nalsar in Hyderabad. They set up an accessibility lab there which really functions well. We recently inaugurated the accessibility lab in Cuttack. That again is not just an overnight thing, it's months of work by the chapter team along with the admin, and really happy to see the admin come forward and say that we want to give the best.
When the grand metrics disappear, the true weight of these 5 years is captured in the moments when Saba closes her eyes.
A lot of times when I meet students, scholars, or even their parents, they have an immense sense of gratitude. A lot of people, something that makes me very uncomfortable till date is that they fall at my feet. And I have to culturally remember the fact that in India, it's a mark of respect. And when I have parents who cry, I have students who say that, I've changed their lives. But aside from all of this, right, for me, at the end of the day, just seeing that story arc, I meet children coming in. I've seen some of them as trainees and I've seen the potential. They may have not seen the potential, but I've seen the potential. See them go to law school. Many of them, struggling with English. You see them struggling with their confidence. They wonder if they can fit in. And sometimes I see them literally bloom from that bud into a flower. And it's really beautiful to watch. Tell people we are not only giving students from marginalized communities or underserved communities education, right? But we are changing their income status in 1 generation. The World Economic Forum sets it as 4 to 7 generations. And at IDEA, especially if they get into top tier law firms and corporate firms, if that's their area of interest, that can happen in 1 generation. We have starting salaries of 20 lakhs per annum, and children are coming in from 1 lakh plus per annum, right? Or even lower than that in many cases. So just seeing how that change happens, it's transformational in so many forms. If a young student is watching this right now, I'd like to tell them that you have the talent and we are here to give you the opportunity. It's as simple as that. We will do everything that it takes to get you into law school so that you can graduate and not only change your life, but the life of your family and your community.
5 years ago, Sabha took charge to build the next chapter of this mission. Today, it stands as an unshakable empire of hope. Because talent has always been universal, and under her vision, the door is wide open. Like, share, and follow for more.